and welcome back to another BOOKMAS video. So in today's video it's going to be a little bit of a different one, and I'm going to be trying to read all of the Christmas books that I have received through Netgalley, as I'm very behind on my Netgalley score. I'm say I need to read my Netgalley books, and recently I have requested like loads of Christmas ones and I have been accepted for quite a few, so I'm hoping to read at least 3 in this video today, but we're going to see how things go. Firstly, we have Santa Overboard. I got the audiobook for this and I am very excited about it. Just like the title on the cover, it just looks so fascinating to me, very interesting. This shouldn't take me long at all. I could probably finish this tonight. Then we also have Sister Season 4 Secret. Again, I could probably finish this one tonight because it's not that long at all. When I say tonight, I mean it's still early, it's just dark, daylight savings. Anyway, the first one I'm going to start off with is Sister Season for Secrets, as obviously this one is a ebook and we'll see what I think of it. Unfortunately, I forgot to update as I was reading 2 of the books, but I'm just going to do a wrap up now. I did finish these quite late, so it is the next day, but I thought I would come and sit down, talk to you through each one. I did film some b-roll, but that's about it, unfortunately. But to be fair, I didn't really have much to update on throughout both of the books. I find it very hard because it's Netgalley, so I can't really talk too much about the books either. Like, I can't do spoilers or anything, although I don't do that in reading vlogs anyway. But I did write both of my reviews for both of the books, so I'm just going to read my reviews out and I hope that that is okay, but hopefully I can do better with the other book, we'll see. First off, we have Sister Season for Secrets, and I did rate this one 3 stars. The synopsis of the book, what the book is about. One day shortly before Christmas, the heroine receives a chest from her late grandmother. She discovers that her mother lives in a magical Christmas village and is waiting for her there. Along the way, she meets Will, who falls in love with her and helps her uncover the secrets of her family's past. And then this is the thing that like I loved about it. I love the magical description of the village: mountains, snow, rain and sledging. It sounds like the most peaceful place. I love the characters and their humour at times. I wish the book's pace was quicker, and the beginning of the book felt like it dragged on a little bit. Felt like most of the beginning of the book there wasn't much romance involved. It was mostly learning about Juliet's story. This was such a charming little Christmas read. It's perfect for a cozy night and a nice cup of hot chocolate. And the tropes within the book, there's a one night stand, holiday romance, winter wonderland, family secret, forced proximity, dual POV and bodyguard editor. My problem with this was the first half of the book, first page of the book was interesting because that's when like the story's setting up, one night stand happens type thing. But then we start just hearing about Juliet and her story and her past and her family history, and that's for like majority of the book. I'm gonna say like half of the way through the book, maybe a little bit more, and then the romance starts to happen. I don't know, I feel like the pacing within this book is a little bit off, but otherwise like the vibes of it and stuff was so good. It was just like a cozy Christmas read. I did have a hot chocolate while reading this and a 4-room, and it was just like it is perfect for that. It still gives you that like fun Christmas read. Exciting. So I did really enjoy this. Then I listened to audiobook for Santa Overboard. Rated it 2 stars. I put Santa Overboard is a contemporary fiction book about a group of friends and the area they lived in. The book is a cozy, quick holiday read. I love the friend group. I love their dynamic and how they were there for each other no matter what. However, the romance and pacing was slow for me in this book. The chemistry between the characters was not there. Also, the COVID reference let this book down a lot, and I think most readers would agree. I only think other readers would agree because obviously that's something we all generally lived, and it was not a fun time. So I just, you know, reading is an escape, and bringing that into a book, I'll just never agree mentioning COVID in a book, because we're not escaping then. We're thinking of like one of probably the worst times of our lives. So I don't know, I just think most people would agree with me on that one. So if you don't really like COVID mentioned in books, then this probably isn't for you either. The tropes within this book is small town romance, holiday cheers, second chance romance, friend group dynamic, light-hearted fun and slow burn romance. So that is the update. Obviously, unfortunately, I don't have too many updates for this, so I might have to end up reading more Netgalley ARC Christmas books within this video than what I planned, because it doesn't seem like I'm gonna end up having much to say about them, but we're just gonna see how the pacing goes. I finished reading Christmas Cancellation by Evie James. This is one that I requested not that long ago, actually, purposely for Christmas, hoping that I would get it, and I'm just going to read my review to you. I hope these videos that I make, because I just feel like it's easier, it kind of wraps everything up. This one is about Noelle is having a bad look in her life. Her boyfriend just dumped her after stealing her promotion. She's her job and she has to go back to her hometown she's avoiding for 4 years, the day before Christmas Eve, or she'll lose her inheritance. The flight isn't cancelled and she finds herself in forced proximity with Cole, who also so happens to be the grumpy pilot. I didn't like the FMC or the MMC, as I found them quite bland and had no character development to them. I also found them very immature considering they are in their late 20s. The relationship also happened way too quickly, as in less than 12 hours. If you love insta love, then you are in the right place, but I just can't believe that they like and trusted each other that quickly. Yeah, so I just felt like it was really unbelievable. How can you like fall in love with someone, trust them, want to spend the rest of your life with them within less than 12 hours of knowing each other? I just don't understand. So if you are insta lover, then this will be for you, but I personally am not. I don't mind if it's like, you know, it doesn't have to be slow burn, it just can't be within the less than 12 hours of knowing each other. So that is that one. I did rate it 2 stars. It wasn't terrible, it was okay. Would I recommend it? Probably not, but I mean, you might like it. It does have a 3.94 average Goodreads, so I mean, it might be your thing. So I finished reading This Christmas by Georgia Beers, and I rated this one 2 stars. I didn't really have much to say or think about this one, to be honest. I rated it 2 stars, but to be fair, I have been thinking maybe rating it later up. I don't know, 2 stars does feel like a comfortable thing. I seem to be liking my 2-star reads recently. I loved the forced proximity and friends to lovers within this book, but unfortunately I did find it hard to find a connection between the characters. I also felt like there was no depth to the characters, like there was no personality really within the characters, or you know, anything like to make a character themselves. I just feel like all that was kind of like skipped out. I don't know if that's just me, but if you are an animal lover like myself, I think you would definitely love this book, because Mia, our female main character, actually volunteers at a animal dog shelter, and that's like a big part of this book, like the big plot. So it says, when Junebug sponsors the annual Christmas parade to raise money and awareness for their shelter, staff have the king and queen of the parade will spend the holidays filming adorable Christmas vignettes to bring in donations and film forever homes for lovable pups before Santa comes. What they don't know is that Mia, volunteer dog walker and superior matchmaker, is about to rig the voting so that her granddaughter Samantha and Sam's friend Keegan win queen of the parade. Sam and Keegan have been dancing around each other for years, and if Mia doesn't do something, they might never realize they're meant to be together. But can Sam and Keegan ever forget the big embarrassing thing that makes romance a nope? I think I would recommend this one, like I said, if you're an animal lover, and I would say this is like a great Christmas read. It's only 216 pages as well, so if you're looking for a quick Christmas read, then I think I would definitely say give it a go. Check it out. Then I read It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, which is also another novella, and it was only 122 pages. Again, I rated it 2 stars. You can kind of tell I like my 2 stars here, and I felt like this book was like watching a Hallmark movie. It just gave off that vibe so much. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I absolutely love that. I love like the Christmas Hallmark movies, like my favorites. So that's a positive thing. I don't want it to come across as a bad thing. But I found it ironic that this book and the characters was judging the cliche Christmas romance, which obviously is like the Hallmark. Like characters had a conversation about like how cringy and like bad it is, but that was literally their own romance. So there was judging their own like romance, if that makes sense. And honestly, I found funny, because it was just like, you're contradicting yourself a little. I didn't feel a connection between the characters again within this one. I don't know what it was, I just weren't feeling it, and the romance did feel rushed. It felt like it just happened so quickly and there was no like build up towards it or anything. But I do think those two kind of going hand in hand, whereas like the connection between the characters and the romance was rushed. Obviously I'm not going to feel a connection between the characters if the romance was rushed. There was no like build up or anything, and the plot of the story moved so slowly to the point where I did kind of start to get bored early on within the book. Yeah, I don't know, I think obviously with a romance book you want a connection with the characters. I just didn't feel that. You want kind of, it doesn't necessarily have to be a slow burn, you want like a build up within the romance, and again that just didn't happen with this book. So that is all I have to say about that.